Well, we're very happy to be joined for the first time at WCTV Studio B by Kendra Foley, chair of the Watertown School Committee. So we're here today to talk about a call to name the new auditorium and the gymnasium at the new high school. So first of all, can you talk a little bit about, that process and how people can submit who they want to name these new facilities after?
Absolutely. And I'm glad to be here to be able to talk about this, to get the word out to the community. As folks know, this is a really exciting time for Watertown. We're building a brand new Watertown High School. And part of that process is naming or renaming facilities, spaces, buildings, and that's the jurisdiction of the school committee. So part of this process is thinking about, do we want to put a name on any of these spaces? And again, this is an opportunity we're looking at now, and future school committees could also do that because that's part of the policy. So we kicked off a 3-meeting process at the last meeting, which was on Monday, to ask the community for their thoughts. We wanted to welcome members of the community to make recommendations to us about names that they think would be appropriate for the gym and or the auditorium. And so we just asked members of the community for a couple things. One is just send me an email, and my email address is kendra.foley@watertown.k12.ma.us. So send me a note, and if you can include the following things, that'd be really helpful. One is, what's the name you're recommending? The second is which space? Is it the gym or the auditorium? And the third is, why do you believe that this name really fits the district? Because part of our policy asks that whatever name we use fits the mission and vision and values of the Watertown Public Schools. The deadline is October 7th, so at noon, because that's when our next meeting is, when we'll discuss these options. So we would like to give the community a couple of weeks to let us know their thoughts.
Have you gotten any submissions so far? I know you made the announcement this week, so have you already got a few that have come in?
I have, which was really exciting because I know that the word's been out a little bit on the Watertown MA News site and on social media. So I've gotten some submissions already, and I really look forward to hearing what the community has to say.
So what can you say about the naming process, how this works and what sort of guidelines the committee and the city have to follow when naming facilities like this?
So this particular one is in our policy. And so it's just for school committees and just for the school buildings. So it's only for school buildings. Both either a building itself or a subset of a building. And the guidelines are that we welcome recommendations from the community. We work with, PTOs and members of the school community and ask for their ideas. And really that the recommendations just have to align with the mission and values of the schools. They're pretty broad, but it's the general guidelines that our policy lays out.
What do you know, or what can you say about why there is a renaming process happening? I know a lot of the history of the old high school was kind of lost with its demolition, but was the gymnasium? I know the gymnasium was the Kelly Gymnasium. Did the auditorium have a name at the time, or was that just the high school auditorium?
I think it was just the high school auditorium. We see this as an opportunity with a brand new building, an opportunity to acknowledge some folks who have had a really big impact in our community. And there are so many. There's no way we could possibly thank and appreciate everyone that has had such a huge impact in Watertown. But this is an opportunity with a brand new state-of-the-art facility to acknowledge some folks that have really added so much value to our community.
Well, Kendra, thank you so much for joining us. Very exciting. We have a front row seat of the daily progress here, so very excited to see what the new school looks like in 2026.
It's really exciting for this community. Students are going to move in April of 2026, and we're just thrilled to be able to give our students and families and our whole community such a gem of a school.
Awesome. All right, Kendra, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dan.